Hi, this is Seve from Sunny Kind Journey, and in this video I want to talk a bit about slow living and how it helped me to find my life vision through mental clarity. If you like transformation stories that also include useful advice for you, then stay tuned. So there was a time when I was in high school and I was graduating, but I had no idea what I want to do with my life. I was really clueless. But at least, like most young men here in my country, Finland, we go to military at the age of 19. So I went there. The life there was physically hard, but actually mentally easy, because you just needed to do what you were told to do. You kind of didn't need to use your own brain to do anything. And also what I liked there was the simple life. That we didn't have many possessions. We just had the gear they gave us, and that was all that we ever needed. And every single piece of gear, it had a meaning. I felt there much calmer than ever studying in, for example, high school. And I was actually starting to think a career there. But something in me told that it's not the right place for me. I wanted to help people, and this wasn't the right way to do it. So after 18 months of serving there, I just stopped. I went back to a normal life and was thinking, what now? What to do with my life now after I realized that this is not it? I need to find the next challenge. And I was really afraid to go in a path, in a career that I would later regret, and I would just lose a lot of time. So I really needed to think, what do I want to do? I'm 20 years old. I have a life ahead of me, but just now make a good decision. But of course, I couldn't get anything in my mind like right there, so I decided I will buy more time. I will do something valuable with these years that I have here. And I decided to move abroad. I joined a volunteer program abroad, in Greece actually. And then suddenly, in just a matter of couple of months, I wasn't living in Finland anymore. I was living completely in Greece. After arrived there, I was supposed to work as a volunteer, have some sort of job, but in the end, there was basically no work. I mean, it was just 1 hour of hanging out somewhere and yeah, basically nothing. And I had a lot of free time that I could finally do whatever I wanted. But to be honest, I didn't have the money. I didn't have the finances to just travel around, have this amazing lifestyle. So yeah, I had to figure out again, what do I want to do now? Yeah, I was for the first time in a situation like this that I could do basically whatever. I mean, I could have gone home, but on the other hand, I didn't want. I felt like I want to do something with this time. I was thinking that, yeah, at some point they must have some work for me and I can get some value from this 1 year basically that I would live abroad. But meanwhile, I just educate myself at least a bit. So I started reading books that I actually have basically never done in my life, and watch YouTube videos. Basically all the content I was consuming, well, it was about self-improvement and how to improve your life. I felt like that would be the education that I want to have now finally, when I can have something that you cannot really learn in school later in life. And the good thing was that there was no noise around me. I lived in this city and quite like far away from the city and everything. It was just nature there. And I was learning so quickly. Everything that I learned went in my mind so deeply, kind of intensively, and I felt like for the first time in my life I can think clearly. I'm like, some creativity came from inside of me. It felt really good. I was studying the Greek language, and I was learning 100 new words every day and crazy things like this, and I could still remember them some weeks later. And then I started learning about the power of habits, and also I started like habits that would slow me down kind of even more, like meditation and starting slow walks in the morning and things to start the day in a very like healthy and calm way. And after a while of doing this, I started to realize the beauty of life with less. I started to feel so grateful of all the things that I already have. I started to feel that I'm already complete. I don't need all these things anymore to feel amazing, because I already did, and I still had so few. I didn't have almost any money. I didn't have any possession. It was this bad hostel that I was living in, like very small room. but still I felt better than ever in my life. I started to learn a lot about myself and what I want in my life. First time ever I started writing down goals, for example, and I was also challenging kind of my own beliefs of what is a good life and what is not, and I changed my dreams of becoming somebody who is really remarkable to someone who just lives intentional life according to their value. That it became kind of my goal for life. And then I also read this book, Slow by Carl Honoré, and I realized how messed up the world is related with this speed and having to do more and this whole life rhythm that we have nowadays. And the crazy thing was that this was written in 2004. Like, that's more than 15 years ago, and he was saying how crazy world is. Like, can you think of it now? And then when I moved back in Finland, I realized I never want to go back to that lifestyle again, or what I was seeing other people have. So now living here, I'm just sure that slow lifestyle and simple lifestyle just help not only to appreciate what we have in our lives, like the little things, but also to achieve more and more of the things that we actually care about. Not the things that other people want, but really what you want. And it helps you to stay in a state of calm and think clearly, be creative, rather than be just overwhelmed like most people seem to be nowadays. So my life is now so crystal clear, and I'm not letting anything distract it. I'm just like muting kind of the noise all around me. Through this slow living lifestyle, I understood that more than fame or money and expensive things, what I truly want is deep human connections and compassion towards all beings, and just both physical and mental health, and that's it, nothing flashy, you know. And after making this realization, I remembered the feeling that I had back in the military, that I want to help people, and I was so right. That is exactly what I want to do, and that's why with Fra we started this YouTube channel to teach you what we have learned in our experience in life, and also that you can teach us something and we can all grow together. Actually, we are starting with Fra a new series on our channel, and it will be about finding life purpose. We are really excited to share this with you. We spend a lot of time thinking and all our creativity to kind of get this idea and make it happen. So stay tuned for that, and remember to stay kind and meaningful in your own beautiful journey.
Ciao.
Ciao.